Friday show with
Jenna
and Jeanette with 40 Kennels. We are holding down the fort again. Maybe I'll just replace Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is working overtime today. Someone has to pay for my big brain ideas around here. So he's helping Mama out.
The book.
Yes, the app, the book. I know. The app is pricey. That's what's going to kill me. I told you I'm going to have to sell you.
What?
Yeah. So I'm
not going anywhere.
My youngest not going anywhere. That's right. Let me get our comments
Sell
up so we
Matthew.
can see. Good morning, sell Matthew.
Yes.
Don't tell him. Just
Don't,
sell him.
Just yes. Tell him you're going on vacation for a couple years or more.
Sell him. Great. That will go over well. Then you'll be the only child.
Aww. I have Augie.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully Matthew will never see this live show. He'll be so mad at us.
There's a 1% out of 100. No. There's a 1% he'll see this.
He doesn't have Facebook, so not
Yeah.
unless when he gets older and he goes back and just wants to randomly watch all of our Friday shows. Our secret is safe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's not going to go back and watch all these, so hopefully he'll never
I
know.
don't
Good
think
morning,
so.
you guys. Check in with me. Let me know you are there. Good morning, Gloria and Tammy and Megan. Welcome to the Friday show. We are here to, I know, she's got her cup of hot chocolate. Says Jenna needs her cup. Yeah. She's been still sniffly and snuffly and not feeling super great this week. But we are here to answer your questions. Good morning, Sarah. So any puppy questions you have, good morning, Kim. Let us know. Type it in and I will read it to Jenna and we will do our best to answer. Take
Any
our
questions?
advice, take it or leave it. Any questions?
Any questions?
Oh, not even dog related.
Wait, what?
You're opening this up to not even dog related questions?
Keep it dog related.
What if they ask you if you have a crush on a boy? What are you going to do?
I don't have any crushes.
Oh, that's good.
I'm
Well, there you
homeschooled.
go. You're homeschooled.
There are no boys.
August, that's good. I love this homeschool thing. That's right. Yes. Good morning, Valerie, Renee. Good morning, Sarah. So ask us your questions. Jenna's saying ask us anything. She said it. So there you go.
I'm gonna regret it.
You're going to regret it. That's right. It's like truth or dare. It's truth or dares happening over here at the farm. Oh my gosh. How is everybody's week? Did we survive? I mean, you're here with me now, so that's a good thing. Team Jays. That's right. Hashtag Team Jays. Get it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I know. All right, Camille asks, do you have a crush on a dog?
No. No.
We love our dogs, but a
Oh
crush,
yeah. But no,
Not a
Augie.
crush on
But not.
Augie's your boyfriend? That's good. That's the only kind of boyfriend you're allowed to have. See, there you have it, moms and dads of girls and boys. Just buy your son a dog. Or your daughter a dog and let them know there you have it. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning, Camille and Heather and Sean. Team Jeanette, Team Jenna. We both got a hashtag. Check it out. Sean has.
Give me 10 hearts though.
Oh my gosh, we're going to do that again, a ton of hearts. Hopefully no internet problems. This is what happened. So last Friday when you tuned in, you know that we lost our Wi-Fi right in the middle of our show. We lost our show and we lost all of her hearts. So I had no proof of how many hearts we had. So she wants hearts again. And then what was super fun, and we've had so much going on, and I'm working on a book and an app, and I'm getting ready for our next Badass Breeder seminar in March. And all of our Wi-Fi went out in our house for like 3 days. We had no Wi-Fi. So the kids were basically living in the nursery, stealing that Wi-Fi. And I was hotspotting off of my phone a lot and going back and forth. So it's been fun here at the farm with no Wi-Fi.
Just got our Wi-Fi fixed.
Yep, so they came yesterday and finally got it fixed. So hopefully we will have, it was issues with the satellite. It fell over and it was laying on our roof and they had to come fix it all. So that's why we were having not pleasant at all. Good morning, Morgan. Here we go. So here's some questions. Okay, we got to get to work, boo. All right. They want to know, how is Jack's training going? So how was Jack's week?
So I've been feeling good. So there hasn't been too much, but we've done some farm walks. We did bike exposure, loud noises. I did a little dirt bike.
Oh yeah, we did the dirt bike loud noise exposure. Then she did her pedal bike and pushed that around and let him smell it and walk around.
And I like it when they like do consequences himself.
Oh, natural consequences. Okay, so explain that. Natural consequences for a dog.
So I was wheeling my bike around, and he stepped right in front of the tire, and it hurt his paw, and he didn't go buy the tires again.
No, a natural consequence.
And then I didn't have to do it.
No, so he just was trying to figure it out, and he's all over Jenna and kept almost tripping her, and then stepping in front of the bike, and he got his little paw smushed for a second, but then he didn't do it again. So I mean, puppies are first-time trial learners, and that was unfortunately it kind of hurt him, but it let him know, don't step in front of a bike
or anything with wheels
or feet. Don't cross in front of me, you'll get stepped on. So he does. He's so far up Jenna's behind, and he's just, gosh, you can't even walk. Oh, this is a good one. Tammy asks, is it necessary to crate train your new puppy?
I've done it.
Yeah, but is it necessary? So she's asking, like, if she's getting a new puppy, does she have to crate train? Is it something important?
It depends on you. I mean, Augie, he just stays by me. He doesn't have to.
But Augie's not a puppy.
Yeah.
Should someone crate train a puppy?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because then if you have to go out and you can't bring him or her, you put him in the crate and then he'll be fine. He'll go in and he won't cry or...
So for safety.
Yeah.
For safety, yeah.
I would.
We do. We believe in kennel training here at 4E Kennels, teaching dogs they have a safe place to go. So sometimes, especially if you have a busy household or lots of kids, it's really great that they have their own little fort, their own little den, their own little safe place that they can get away from all the commotion. Especially if you have little kids too that keep poking and bugging them when they're trying to sleep. Puppies need a lot of sleep. So I love the kennel, and I teach kids when the puppy's in the kennel, they are off limits. That's their safe place, and they can have their blankie in there, or have a Kong with peanut butter, or a bully stick with supervision, and it's something enjoyable and their little time out. We all need that sometimes. So we really believe in kennel training, not only for that, it helps in potty training, it helps in calm, focused behaviors. There are so many times when I've needed a kennel that I didn't realize that if you travel and no matter where you set up the kennel, they just know and they go in it. It just becomes such an important part of keeping your dog safe and contained, and something that once you get through the first couple days, most dogs really love their kennel. So you never kennel trained Augie though, did you?
I didn't need to.
Up on the bed right away. No kennel training for Augie. Augie's
my room
been able
is his safe place.
Break
my bed.
Yeah, Augie's broke a lot of rules.
Yes.
Yeah, but
not my rules. Her rules.
Yes, that's true. He got to raise him. He licks. I can't stand licking. He's not kennel trained. He jumps.
He'll go in a kennel if I ask him to. He'll do anything.
Yeah, the only thing I nipped in the bud right away is I was not going to have a toy poodle that was yappy, so I nipped the barking in the butt right away. So we took care of that.
Running out the door immediately.
Yeah, you had to fix that.
But he works with farm dog too. He pretends he's a farm dog.
He does pretend.
And then the second danger comes, he hides my farm dogs and runs away.
He loves running outside, and he's farm dog number 2 and a junior, farm dog junior, and loves to run with farm dog. They're so cute. They're the unlikely pair. I got a video too that just reminds me I got to post on social media today. They chase cars together on the fence line.
Yes.
He plays.
They bark at the deer. They play together.
Deer. Yeah.
Farm dogs gotta go easy on them.
Yeah, they love each other. So cute.
How often does Augie get brushed? I try to brush him every day in the morning just because he has actual hair.
Yeah, he has the poodle coat, and he just got groomed. You'll have to pick him up and show everybody. He looks like a poodle. He's been poodled. Augie, you're
I
so
was just
funny.
in the middle of a nap.
I know. So there you go, Augie.
Oh, dude, stop.
Augie is
There
an
we go.
AKC toy poodle weighing in about 10 pounds. Jenna has raised him. He works as a therapy dog, so he's visited sick and dying, the long-term care facility. We've gone into schools with him. Jenna has taken him to, he went to the Cosmopolitan for a
Dad, he's cranky.
whatever it was, yeah, where we went and talked about working dogs and our Healing Hearts program. What else has Augie done?
He's done a lot.
What else have you taken him? It seems like there's been a few times we've had to like vest him up and out we go. Well, he doesn't even have a vest actually. He wears his little handkerchief. What else has he done?
No,
There
he
was
has a
something else
vest.
I
He has
thought.
a tiny little vest.
Oh, okay. And Jenna did all the training, so so he's a little naughty. He's a good. I resisted the whole mini thing because I just I'm a big dog girl. I love big dogs. I love their temperament, personality. I love golden retrievers. During my childhood, mainly older childhood, middle school, high school even, we had 2 red male golden retrievers, Ambush and Busby, and they were red and I loved them. I was so fascinated. We had a lot of mutts and mixed breeds, and we always had several dogs and cats, and these golden retrievers came in when I was older, and I was completely fascinated. We had terrier mixes, Yorkie mixes, and then this golden retriever comes in, and it was really life-changing for me in many ways to see their temperament, their workability, how easy he was to train. It was so much fun to work with him. The way he interacted with the whole family, you're used to these like Yorkie and other mixes where they just attach to one person. Anyway, it was really amazing to me, and I absolutely and utterly fell in love with the golden retriever. So I've been getting hundreds and hundreds of requests of doing minis, and I resisted for a few reasons. I have a hard time down breeding, especially unnaturally down breeding, artificially inseminating. You're kind of messing with Mother Nature in many ways, with formation and structure. When you take a 10-pound dog and artificially inseminate a golden retriever. So I spent a lot of time kind of watching and seeing what other breeders were doing, what these dogs were turning out to look like, how was I going to do things differently, what did I feel comfortable with. So I'm walking that territory now as we offer minis. But my number one thing was getting a toy poodle that I liked, that I believed in, that I felt that his offspring would absolutely be something we would want to pass on. Huh?
What dog was that?
What
dog?
Augie. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. So that is Augie. Yep. So Augie is.
He fell asleep.
And his litter mate. We loved him so much. I contacted the breeder. She still had the litter mate, Stanley. And he's in a guardian home, but we do use him as well. It's kind of amazing because Sarah's daughter, Alex, is Jenna's age, and they both have anxiety issues. And Stanley is to Alex as Augie is to Jenna. These 2 toy poodle males, these 2 brothers, have completely changed these 2 girls' lives. And so we try not to use Stanley a whole lot because then we're pulling him out of the home with her, and they understand, and they are amazing. But then it weighs heavy on me too that I have this little girl that then has a hard time sleeping and all the same issues as Jenna. And so we try to keep him in the home as much as possible, but we have had to pull him out for a couple days to use him, or we do it in Vegas where Sarah drops him off at the vet to do the AI and then goes and picks him back up every night. So he's with Alex. It's truly incredible, and something so important to me that, we are creating these heart healers and lifesavers, but the parents that are doing it also have their story and their purpose and their journey too, and that is something really, really important to me. Anyway, super off track, but there you go about Augie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Gosh. Okay. Where are we at? Jack is doing good, Megan. He is darling.
Yep.
A super, super high pack drive. All right. How often
He's
is
all over
your brush?
you?
Yes, he's all over you.
Let's see.
If you ever decide, what does Susan say? Good morning, Susan. If you ever decide to go outside of Vegas to be a guardian parent, that's me. How far away do you live, Susan? I mean, And then would you be willing to drive in, and then we could look at, males are tough probably because sometimes I don't know. We have to switch out a sire last minute, and we always notify our clients. They always know if there's a sire switch, but so sometimes that's hard. But females are, once a year here, and you have some notice bringing. But anyway, it depends how far out you are.
Let's see.
All right, Valerie, Jenna, how is the puppy training going with the new puppies? What did you end up naming them? Oh, yeah, you should tell everybody. Because we haven't officially announced the Retriever girls. We should do that. Because I am in love, by the way. Okay, I'm sorry, go.
So Jack, which you guys know, Pippi and Nancy. So Nancy Drew and Pippi Longstocking.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of dogs are them?
Retrievers.
Golden Retriever sisters, litter mates. And who is their sire? Who's their daddy? Do you know? Have I even told you?
No.
You're in the dark?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm fired as a mom. Okay, their sire, this is so exciting. Their sire is Henna, our Fories Henna, who has produced service dogs and therapy dogs already for us. It's her brother, it's her litter mate. Wow. So these are, Henna is the aunt. Henna is the most gentle-hearted Golden Retriever, yeah. She's one of my largest, and she's blocky and huge and jowly, which I love, and she's just so gorgeous. But yeah, she's like a gentle giant. And she's second in size. Arrow is our largest Golden Retriever, and then Henna is second. And so her sire, her brother, is the sire to Nancy and Pippi. Yes. And then the mama is Eliza's sister, Eliza and Eleanor. So they're related to Eleanor. I haven't even told you. No wonder you love them so much. Yeah, Jenna's Eleanor. So Pippi and Nancy, I was so excited when they announced that breeding the breeder that I love, that I get many of my retrievers from, and those lines together. So yes, Pippi and Nancy. I'll introduce them today. They are darling. They're not dark red, even though they come from red lines. They're both lighter colored. But oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever gotten in two sisters, and I buy in sisters a lot, that truly have been this mellow as a whole. They're not demanding. They're so compliant. They're so
they just
mellow.
You don't need a leash.
Yeah, they just settle. Jenna brought, who did you bring in first the other day? Nancy, and she just crawled under the couch and just laid there. Yeah, Jenna was doing sit on the dog.
Of course,
not a peep. They're not barking and being demanding. I mean, I am really, really excited about these two sisters. So
I like them.
We'll have to introduce them. Yeah, we've got some darling pictures. Okay, Brandy wants to know, Jenna, do you plan on taking over the family? Oh, good. Yeah, let me know. I'm so glad Brandy has. Do you plan on taking over the family business one day?
So, yes, kind of. I want to train more than breed, but I can do both, though.
That's right.
So
I told you you can do both.
To own 40 kennels, kind of, and to work in there. And
no,
then
you would be you would stay the owner.
Yes.
Yeah. No one else would own it. You would own it.
Yes.
You would run the business. You would, and then you would just have. If you really wanted to do the training, yeah, you would. That's where you would spend your time. I have told her, because that was her main concern. She's like, she doesn't want to. Her desire and passions right now are in the nursery, aren't with the puppies, ironically. It's training, the training aspect. So I said, you can do both. You can, pop in, check and make sure everything's going the way they should with the puppies and whatnot, and then go do your training, right, you guys? She can do both. That's what I told her. She can add a whole new training element to 4E kennels. So good morning, Delana. Let's see, questions. Do you have a seatbelt harness you recommend for safe travel? So there's lots of options. I will say on our website at 4ekennels.com, there's also what's called the doggy platform. So depending if you can give up part of your back seat, it's super safe. It was actually built by a 4E kennel doodle owner. After they got their doodle, they realized, hey, there's not a lot of options. And so they went into action mode and devised and patented and produced what's called the doggy platform. But there are, just seatbelting them in is important. I don't have one that I prefer over the other. Harnesses are good. You can do, a lot of times when we do travels, they're either just in the car or they're in a kennel, especially the smaller dogs, and we seatbelt in the actual kennel, which is really the safest because it would hold them in the kennel, even the seatbelt and harness, just depending how they would fly. But if the harness is kind of holding them in, yeah. So my best advice would be, I'm an Amazon girl. Go on Amazon, read reviews, ask around. If you're part of our 4E Kennel Forever family, you can ask in there and get recommendations, especially if you're traveling a lot with your dog. You're going to want a safe way. What happens is, more often than not, if your dog is not secured, if you do wreck, it's fight or flight, and they flee and they run away, and sometimes they run back into traffic and get hit and killed right there. Or there has been dogs that have taken off and people have never been able to find again, even service dogs, because they're always traveling with their owner. So it's tough for our diabetic alert dogs because they need the flexibility and freedom to alert on their owner in the car. So it's just a tricky balance. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Bernice, Dawn, they have Smedley. They have a puppy, a penny pupper.
What?
Jenna, our puppy's 11 weeks old. He knows sit and come. What command should we teach next?
Sit, come. I like...
Ask them if they're doing sit on the dog and hand feeding too.
Yeah. Sit on the dog, hand feeding. Stay is a good one. Down. Heel. There are a lot of good ones.
Leash work. Yeah. So Jenna works a lot on laying the foundation.
I get them on the leash first. That's the first thing I teach them, so then they know the second I put the leash on, they have to be in action, so they have to know, like, when you put on the leash, they have to be working. So I like to do the leash first, and then sit, and then come. And
do you train on the leash or off the leash?
I do both. I've done,
Yeah, it's funny because then sometimes if you're only training off leash, you're only training on leash, they associate the leash with one or the other. So you want to change situations. Remember, dogs are situational. So something as simple as changing, okay, we're going to train on a leash today. I'm going to ask you the same things I did yesterday in the house off the leash for an 11-week-old. So even putting that leash on can change things. They're like, oh, I sit with the leash on? What the heck? And so they're situational. So you're just training through all the different types of situations. In 11 weeks, there's lots of stuff you can do in your house. Also for sit on the dog, what else? Not just sit on the couch each time.
You can move anywhere. So if you do sit on the dog, you can do it on your couch one day, and then outside another day. And
kitchen table, a different chair, a different spot in the couch. In your bedroom, sit on the bed, and they have to be in a long down there. If you have a guest room or kids' rooms, like literally think of all the different places you could sit in your house and all the different chairs, and do sit on the dog. Even if it's just rotating the chairs around your formal dining room table. Yeah. So lots of things you can do.
Yep.
What was that? Did you have another question? Or another thought?
Well, it might be weird, but it might be like sitting in the bathroom, like on the toilet. Like it's a new place.
Yeah.
And it's...
Then when you're going potty, they're not biting
yeah.
at you. They're going to a long down, stay away for you, right? You're going to train them to the toilet. It's important, too, for service dogs and therapy dogs to visit when you're out doing public work or public access work. They need to go into a bathroom and understand what that means. That should be something that's done right away with a 4-month-old puppy for public access work. And a lot of times trainers forget that they have to be worked in a bathroom. You got to go into the bathroom in every location. The sounds of toilets flushing, the doors opening and closing, people coming and going, the smell, tissue on the floor we're not going to touch. So all those kind of things, even for therapy dogs, as much as you can, get them in bathrooms, because the chances of you having your dog and having to use the restroom kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So something we don't think about. Same thing with our school facility dogs that gets forgotten is fire alarms. So I talk to my teachers to do that over summer break, and I walk them through how to desensitize to a fire alarm.
Really loud noises like a fire alarm if you don't set it off.
Okay, Michelle says, I have a question, a struggle. Already trained dog, but I tend, hold on, I gotta move this up, I can't see, it's a long one. But I had to tend to a family emergency, and she was with a family member for 3 weeks in dog paradise where dogs are in charge. river access at their will, dinner cooked fresh and served 6 p.m. each night, sleep in their bed. Where is this place? I want to go. Well, now that she's home and not in charge, accepting of her vacation being over and that she's not in charge, I could use some advice as she's displaying and vocalizing her dissatisfaction. I had a wedding to go to and she chewed through my cord for the blow dryer and curling iron. She did not do this part of her vacation. I understand how she's feeling. Okay, how can we help her readjust? First, go ahead. You can go take this first, and then I'll go. Advice from Jenna and then advice from Jeanette.
You gotta put her back in place. She needs to know that you're the boss. So you gotta really train her again a little. When she starts to chew on your cord, you can just.
But maybe she wasn't there. So how? What does she need to be doing now to make sure that that doesn't happen? So like she trusts. Put her in a kennel. Like you lose all freedom. Yeah.
You can't be chewing on the cords.
So a few things. First of all, don't feel bad for her. Don't humanize this. Okay, it is a change, but what we do need to acknowledge was it sounds like they were home all the time with them, number one. Number two, there was a lot of stimulation, exercise, and mental stimulation going on, so her needs were met well. And so there may need to be some adjustment. Not that you're not meeting her needs, but it is different. She's back in her family home where then maybe you guys work and she's left alone and she just had 3 weeks of constant stimulation.
And constant attention.
And constant attention. So she is a little spoiled. So coming back to I need self-control, I need a little bit of focus again, I need to understand all the limits, rules, and boundaries need to be reestablished. That's creepy.
I know. I think it's Matthew.
Good God, creepy.
Like you just all.
I hope it's Matthew. Like someone's coming through our house with a hoodie on, like a creeper. Good God. Okay.
You were all black in the background.
Jeez.
Okay.
Reestablish rules, boundaries, and limitations. Again, take away all freedom, all rights. Make her work for everything. Tether training is phenomenal for this. So she's either on your hip and she's old enough that then she has to go everywhere you go. Make sure you have a coupler, hook her to your hip. That will help satiate that knee, some of the energy and mental stimulation of having to work with you constantly. And then in the kennel you go when she's not there. But do make sure she's getting enough exercise. That's a hard transition when she's used to playing in the river and exerting all this energy with other dogs, and now that frustration and boredom of the change is why you're seeing her doing things she's never done before. So take that into account, ramp up her exercise and some training activities, some mental stimulation, some Kong work, working for her food, working for everything. Nothing in life is free. Tethering her again, kennel training, rules, boundaries, limitations, exercise, mental stimulation, and then love and affection. Don't flip those on me. Love and affection should be last. Make sure all other needs are being met, and then nip it in the butt if she starts getting bossy or demanding or, you know, pissy about things like Jenna said. Oh, I pat this across your face the whole time. Sorry, boo. I don't even, there we go. Where's my ex? Okay, hope that helps, Michelle. I hope everything's okay. Being away 3 weeks is a long time, though. It sounds like your dog was well taken care of and well loved, and change is always tough for everybody. All right, Megan, did we get Jack from the same breeder you got Cora from? No, we did not. Cora's breeder went out of business, actually. I had deposits for males from her, and then she disappeared, and I had to file a PayPal claim to get my deposits back. So good thing that's good lines, but once again, breeders are difficult to work with. Heart count, please. Valerie, we are 2,000 hearts. Come on, guys.
More.
What was
More
that again?
hearts.
More hearts. Valerie is looking after you. Aunt Valerie is looking after you as always. So getting Jenna her hearts. Making things happen. Good morning, Tay. Good morning, Heather.
Ooh.
Morgan, there go your hearts again.
Okay, there we go. I gotta sit up so I'm not cut off.
Slouched, yeah. Don't make me push it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan, hi, I'm on Pam's list and we'll be picking up a pup in about 6 weeks. I'm so excited.
Yay.
How do you recommend I handle car rides? I don't think my car is big enough for a kennel. Where should I put my puppy to ride?
So,
do I need a doggy seatbelt?
So just, if you...
It's
Las
tricky
Vegas?
because
Las
Yeah.
Vegas?
How far is your
Okay.
drive? Are you talking about just picking up your puppy and the ride home, or
Yeah.
all the time?
Because if it's the ride home, it's just on your lap, just for...
You can do what you want. So this is
Yes.
what we always say to people, because we never want to. We're going to do a little training thing, and this is for everybody, because this is something that we do deal with. And so here's the issue. If we tell people, hey, you can just hold the puppy, which they can't, they need to decide if they can secure their puppy in a kennel and seatbelt it in.
Yes.
But if they do hold their puppy and they got in a car wreck, that could be the demise of their new puppy. So we have to be really careful about what we say, and just always give both sides, and just say whatever you feel more comfortable with. So that's what I usually say. Whatever you feel more comfortable with, you can put your puppy in a kennel. The kennel size when they go home is big enough to sit in the back seat of any car. You can seatbelt it in, or many choose just to hold their puppy on the way home. Of course, there's always a risk if you get in a car wreck. So we don't tell people what to do, but we give them both sides and the pros and cons of both. Do you see the dilemma there?
Yes.
When people ask? I know. You have lots to learn, my little one. Yeah. And then when they do get bigger, you can buy harnesses. Well, not even bigger, but if they grow out of the kennel, or you don't want a kennel in your car, you can get the harnesses and buckle them in. So, yep. Now, back in my day, when I was a little kid, we rode in the back of, you just rolled your eyes. That was really good too. You have that eye roll down really good. We rode in the back of pickup trucks in Montana, and when my family would take us on, my mom loves Disneyland, and we go once a year, and she's like master saver, and take our tax returns and pinch and save all year to take us to Disneyland. And we would lay the seats down in the back of the car, and my brother and I would lay in the back seat and have our coloring books and have snacks, and like there was no seat belts. We made it. We did. But we tell people, be careful. Your decision. Whatever you feel more comfortable with, Morgan, putting them in a seatbelt or holding them, it's up to you. All right. Carrie asks, how far in advance do you recommend putting ourselves on a wait list for a future dog?
That's all you.
That's all you, yeah. So it depends what you're looking for. Our Moyens are about 3 to 6 month wait. Our standards are about 3 to 6 month wait. Our minis are about a year. Our cavadoodles are about 2 years. So it depends what you're looking for. And then in that caveat, if you have something really specific, you want a Moyen with the abstract white male, okay, well that could be a year or two. Like I can't control what that mama pops out. How many males we're going to get, how much abstract, if any, we're going to get, how dark red they're going to be. There's so many factors. So those are the averages though. And then clients pick in order of the list on go home day. So I can't even tell you which puppy would be yours. We want puppy evaluations done. Jenna and I do those. And we want vet clearances from the vet. I don't want you picking a puppy at 3 weeks old and that puppy ends up having a heart murmur, or tragically sometimes we'll lose a puppy, and then where would you be? You were up high on a list, now everybody's picked all the puppies. Like that to me is a really unacceptable way to choose puppies. Let's get them through the 8 weeks here. Let's look at their temperament and personality, drive. We look at energy level. What things do we look at? You can tell them that. Okay.
Energy level.
How they approach you.
Yeah,
like what is that word?
Assertiveness
or submissive with humans.
Why is my mind being blank?
Tender-heartedness, how sensitive the puppy is.
Dang it.
We look at prey drive, pack drive.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Human motivation.
Isn't
that pack drive though? Or?
Well, it will, but how much and how willing. There's some puppies that just want to sit in your lap all the time.
Yes.
So they have a high pack drive. And then there's some puppies that are confident. We look at confidence.
And want to work for you. They'll figure it out. They're determined little problem solvers. They really want to work. They have a desire to work. So we pinpoint a lot of those things. You not only get it in writing, but you'll see a video. We record every puppy's puppy evaluation, and clients on the list get every puppy's evaluation. Like we don't just say, well, this puppy or this, but we give you everything. It's full access. Very transparent and open, so you get to see all of the puppies in the litter, their evaluations, so you can even compare and see. So it's not me just saying, hey, this is a high energy, drivey, motivated puppy.
you'll get to see what that looks like in the video compared to his more laid back litter mates and what that looks like. And then we can talk about what does that mean, taking that kind of puppy home? What kind of different training things can you do? How do you build confidence? How do you deal with an assertive, bossy puppy? What, how does that change your day to day? What do you really need, Carrie, to make you happy? Do you need that adventurous, happy-go-lucky puppy? Do you need that soft, tender-hearted puppy that just wants to melt into you all the time and you are their whole world? Like, what do you need from your dog? That's so important to me, that my puppies get what they want and need, and so do you.
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully that helps. But feel free to email me too, and we can talk specifically about what you want. Michelle, yes, thank you so much. Michelle was, her dog was away for 3 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, Morgan, you had to fly home. I have a video about flying. Jen and I have both flown with puppies.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell her a little bit about flying, or she can watch the video we made?
Well, you have their little carrier. You have to use the family bathrooms so they can drink at times.
Oh, we use the family bathroom so it's safe. Don't take an unvaccinated puppy to their pet relief area.
No.
We go and take over the family bathroom. Even sometimes there's a line when we come out and I feel bad. Sorry. We go in, we look at the floor and clean it up.
Yep.
We offer them a little bit of water. Depends if they need food or not. They play, they potty.
Yep.
We pick everything up and back in the carrier they go. Overall, puppies travel really well. You'll need a soft-sided carrier that meets the dimensions of the airline that you're flying. There are different size dimensions, and that's all. Everything else I give you, the puppy and any vet records you may need, and you're set. And but we can talk more too, or we have a video we can send you that explains some things that you may need to know specifically about flying with a puppy.
Yep. You can't have any carry-ons. Well, under you at least.
Oh, yeah, they go down by your feet. Yeah, so that you do have to, well, you can, but then it has to go up above. So, like, you can't keep your purse under your feet because Jenna knows. You don't have your backpack
That's
if you have a puppy.
I never actually, have the puppy. It's always her.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No problem.
I need my backpack.
You need your backpack, yes. You got your Kindle and your books and your deck of cards and your phone. Yes.
Cards are handy.
Yes, we love playing cards, something passed on from my mom. We play cards as a family. We love spades. You haven't learned that game yet, though. Of course, slapjack. I just taught her speed. I love speed. That's so much
Grandma
fun.
taught me that a while ago, too.
Oh, okay. Well, we just played, yeah. So golf, there's a card game called Golf we love to play.
I love golf.
Yeah, Grandma taught you solitaire at Christmas, right? You guys played solitaire? Yeah.
We also played poker.
And poker, that's right. We taught her how to play poker.
Just with the chips, not the money.
No, what chips? Big chips. Yep. Okay, Erin says, the most important advice to give new puppy families, specifically early training and socialization.
So
Advice to give early families. Hi, Erin. She says, hi, Jeanette. Hi, Jenna. What do we tell new puppy families as far as socialization and early training?
No going to parks. You don't want to go to parks until they're vaccinated or whatever. Or whatever it is.
Yeah? My bangs are goofy today. Need my hair done.
Yeah, it's a little messy.
I know. Okay, so here's what we do. We do send home a puppy socialization sheet, Erin. I think you have access to that in our Badass Breeder Facebook group that we do, so that it's kind of a fun option. We just revamped it and had Lisa's help. Things that families can do. We talk and educate a lot about all four off the floor, that it's detrimental to their development to keep them under lock and key for 8 weeks. So I have 8 weeks. My clients have 8 weeks. Together, we have 16 to make them great. So 8 plus 8 equals great. Their influence, and I talk a lot about this with my clients too, their influence is just as great as mine. So all the work I've been doing and all the videos and all the curriculum, they have just as important of a job to do. So all four off the floor, but parvo's detrimental too. So it's finding that balance, that key of, I don't want an unstable dog that's fearful of everything or that's reactive because they were kind of kept under lock and key. But I also don't want my dog to get parvo. So we really talk about and educate safe socialization. No pet stores ever. No dog parks. Just frequently visit places where dogs are not common, or ensure and still ensure that they are in a puppy pack, or you're carrying them. Outdoor malls are great. Outdoor cafes, Home Depot, they are so dog friendly.
They are.
Socialization in a car. Drive around the Walmart parking lot and roll the windows down. Drive around a bus, the school zone with all of the kids and the noises. A park, sit outside a park in the car and just roll the window down so they can see, hear, and smell all of the commotion and everything going on. So there's tons of ways to safely socialize your unvaccinated
And for the training part, do we cover the training part?
We do videos and give links when we send puppy information home to our page, where all of our videos are linked or saved to on our webpage. So we have videos just about tether training, videos just about hand feeding, videos just about sit on the dog, videos just about socializing for the first 8 weeks. So we try to have a bank of education and support for our families. But it's an ongoing thing, and it's constantly educating. So Carrie said, we currently have a 10-month-old F1 standard golden doodle. Is our ideal time to add a second dog? I love this question. This is a good question. She's currently in training to be a therapy dog and want to have another. This is my advice at this point, since you're working so hard to do a therapy dog. Don't bring a puppy in until your first dog, your established dog, is exactly where you want him to be. 10 months right now, that would be detrimental because you're working so hard toward therapy dog training. She's not certified yet. I would say potentially wait up to another year. Get that dog out working. For the most part, they're very reliable. You're not having any behavior issues. They're working really nice as a therapy dog. Everything feels really stable in that way. Then bring in a puppy, and then your dog will help raise that puppy. So you don't want to bring a puppy in now, and then you're dealing with training and everything this puppy, and then your established dog backslides because they weren't really where they needed to be, and they're still a puppy. So at this point now, I would wait. I'd give it a year even. Like, it's such a big thing to have a therapy dog, and then give yourself some time to work that dog and establish that relationship. There is something that changes, and no matter how much I say it, I always get when my clients say, it didn't make sense until I did it. So just know that. Something amazing happens with the bond you have with your dog, and Jenna's experienced this. From just having your pet at home to then sharing the power of a dog with other people that are sick, that are dying, that are grieving, that are traumatized, whatever. And to share that journey with your dog, something truly unbelievable happens. And enjoy that with your dog, Carrie, before you bring in a puppy. Enjoy that journey a little bit, and spend your life energy and time to continue what you're doing with therapy dog work, and then bring in a puppy later when you're ready. That's our advice. Thank you. Thank you for doing therapy dog work. That is such a mission of ours, is healing hearts through the power of a dog. And we've done a lot of therapy dog work. It's something I love. 4,000 hearts, Valerie. We're at 4,500 actually. 4,500 hearts for Jenna. Sheila writes, I have 2 golden doodles. I moved to Vegas 4 years ago. I've been to your place. All right, awesome. Thank you, Sheila. I was so impressed in what you are doing. I would like to know how I could ever adopt a dog that you are done with being retired. That's a great question. Please email us at 40kennels@gmail.com and say that you'd like to be put on a list. If there's a specific mom you love, I can let you know. Or dad, I can let you know if they have someone signed up. But what we do is, even let's say you love Pam. There's 2 people on her list now. We just put people in order, and when she retires, I start with the first one. Were you still interested in Pam? She's ready. No, sorry, we got another dog. I mean, life happens. And then so I'll just go to the second or the third or the fourth. Or you may be first on the list. You would be contacted. You're not making a full commitment, because sometimes I don't know exactly when they'll retire. But what that means is you will be first to be notified when that dog retires, and given first right, as long as I feel comfortable with the placement and you love the dog. That's all I really, really ask for, is that my moms and dads in retirement live the life like we just talked about with Michelle's dog, Daily. I don't have to have a river, but just unbelievably loved and adored. So email us, 40kennels@gmail.com, and we can talk. Absolutely. Okay, where are we at? Sarah says, while on a walk, Finley was scared by a big boxer that got his head out of an iron gate. His bark is fierce. It's been a few months and Finley is still hesitant to walk past this fence. He locks his legs on me. Should I just change my route or keep working with him past this? He's fine with other dogs. It's just this one. Okay,
Keep working with him.
How would you suggest working with him on the gate? What would you do? Let's hear from Jenna.
Show him it's safe.
Okay, how would she do that?
Oh, it's easier when you can do it. It's harder to explain.
Think about it. What would you do? If a dog is fearful of
So, was it only that one time that the boxer got his head through the fence?
It doesn't matter.
Every time?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Don't bring, what you cannot have happen is if you're trying to work him through the fear and that boxer comes back out, you will make things even worse. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you can ensure that boxer will not come out that gate again, we can work him through it.
Yes.
If you cannot guarantee that, then don't even try to work him past that gate because you're just proving his fear. Like, shit, every time I get close to the gate, that boxer comes. So, good point, Jenna.
Like,
yeah. So let's say we can ensure there's no more boxer.
Okay. I would first, if this is like toys, love and affection,
Or food.
treats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So find his highest value. What does he love? A tennis ball, a tug toy, food.
Use that to show him that the gate is safe by showing him that if this goes over here and doesn't get harmed, or if I go over there and I don't get harmed, he will come over and see that it's okay. Like, it's not gonna
Hurt him.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's good
my
advice. Use
What he loves.
what he loves to
Show
work him
this.
through it. So fear is a funny thing, and if we allow them to continue to fear something, then it's funny how other things will be compounded as well. So even if you can't say, maybe the dog could still come out. You don't know. You don't know if the dog's in or out. What
Yeah.
I would do is initially a few things. I would continue down that walk, but I would be as far away as the gate as possible.
That's the way I do it as well.
Yep. So if it's across the street, and then I would put my body. This is really important to dogs: situational awareness and body
Closest
placement.
to the gate.
Yes. So
So
where would my
now-
body? My dog would be on the opposite. So the gate is over here. My dog is on this side, and I would have the presence and the feeling of, go ahead and try to come after us, like to the gate. Like, I've got you. I've got this feeling and walk of, we don't have to fear this gate. We're going to keep walking. With that, I would pull in Jenna's idea and use something to distract him. So we start coming up on the gate the minute he starts to worry, or even if you know about when he does realize where he's at and like, whoa, shit, no, I'm not doing this. Right before that, if you can, show the ball, show the tug toy, put the hot dog in front of his nose and kind of lure him and distract him and walk past the gate. Because if we can do that 10 times, like every time we get to that gate now,
He'll eventually just walk right past
I
it.
get my ball. Like, we're changing the scenario. We're changing the situation on the dog, that now, instead of the damn boxer's head is scaring me, I get my ball or my hot dog or my tug toy, and I get to even carry it while we're walking, or mom gives it to me after we get past the gate. So work him through that fear. Now, if that boxer's just going to keep coming and bolting,
Just change your route.
just
Like,
change
it's-
your route. Like, yeah, keep trying to scare him. It's just going to be
Worse.
might just be an impossible situation. But ultimately, if you can, working him through it's really important, because you're teaching him that he can trust you. You're teaching him that he can overcome this fear, and you're empowering him. So if you can, try to, he never has to go up to the gate. I would never ask him to be okay with that, because it's not necessary. What I need him to do is to trust me, that we can walk far away from the gate. I will put myself closest to the gate, and in dog language, that means I would take the hit, right? He's safe from it. And we can just walk past without, we don't need to sit there and be like, see the gate? It's okay. Don't know. Just walk. Keep moving. Even if that means forward movement for a dog is really powerful. So if he started to lock up and like, I'd get that ball or whatever, this like, oh, wow, my toy. And I would jog. I'm like, let's go, come on, let's go. And I'd keep him all distracted and we'd get past it. And I would just continue so that he starts to reassociate that area, that situation of, Mom goes crazy, I get my ball or whatever. Like it's positive praise, we're distracting, we're empowering, we're moving past this fear. That would be my advice. Let me know if you try it and if it works, it should.
It
should, yeah. It does, it does. Awesome advice. Yeah, forward movement is super important with dog fear. All right, is that all of our questions?
That was fast.
That was fast. We did
Any
good.
more?
Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one. Brenda asks, when is the best time to spay a puppy? I don't know if you know this. Do you know it?
No.
So spay or neuter, a lot of it depends on the breed.
Isn't it like a year?
Yeah, our males, if you can wait for a male golden retriever or golden retriever mix a year, chance of cancer is really high in golden retrievers. It's not because they come from a specific mom, you know, it's not, it's hereditary, hereditary. It's in the lines of the golden retriever. There's nothing we can do about that, but continue if we see a problem with a cancer to try to eliminate those lines. But as a whole, it's just like people. Humans have cancer. Like there's nothing we can do about that. So there is some evidence that it could be or may not be genetic. Anyway, so they have said that the chance of cancer is much higher in early neuter in males. They need the testosterone, their bones to fully form and grow. It's needed, it's necessary. So we generally say a year for males and 7 months for a female. Our philosophy, of course, there's pros and cons. Here, this is another one of these times. We don't tell people what to do. There's pros and cons to when to spay, before or after heat cycle. So we suggest you do your research and talk to your vet. We feel there are more cons to waiting after a heat cycle than to do it prior to a heat cycle. So we recommend spaying around 7 months to avoid the first heat cycle, but then hopefully your female is almost or really close to being fully grown so they get all the benefits of the hormones that they need.
I'm just thinking about Valerie's thing.
What, Valerie's heart? Jen is just in Heartland. All right.
We are not.
57. You're not even close. We have to be at 8,000 hearts. Okay, we're at 58. And how long's our broadcast been? What time is it?
I don't know. Like
it's almost been 53 minutes.
Come on. Give us more questions so I can get more hearts.
More questions for hearts. Jenna wants to work. Yeah. Jenna needs 8,000 hearts. We're at 6,000 now. So, any more questions for Jenna? She said you could ask her anything. That was good about the family business. Keep telling her. Tootsie toots.
What? What's that?
I can call you terms of endearment, can't I?
No.
Ugh. So I'm only allowed to call you Jenna in front of other people? What about honey?
No.
I can't, so no terms of endearment. No boo, no honey, no tootsie,
No.
none of it.
No.
Okay, Jenna.
Let's see Pippi
Oh, let's see Pippi and Nancy. Okay, go get one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Matthew. Well, you, since we're taking a break, tap on Matthew. Take Han and Holly and put them out in their run so you can have some outside exercise time. And Augie, take all three of them. There we go. Take them out, they get their exercise. My 8-year-old retired dogs are getting a little hefty. So, Honey Bunny, I know. I don't know why. You guys, she's getting to the stage I can't even call her Honey. Like, good God. Tell me I'm not alone. Like, I'm a huge pet name person, terms of endearment. I love Honey, and I've always called her our little Boo, and now I can't do that anymore, apparently, or Tootsie. The challenges of children growing up, and sometimes maybe we're not completely ready, that is for sure. We'll have to ask Jenna homeschooling. I think she's really enjoying it. I love the flexibility. And like Matthew, who many of you know we've homeschooled, and he did I paid for a private online academy, and he's already done. He's in summer break because he just got through the work, and it was more rigorous. But he's done. He just spent 2 hours average a day of really hustling through his classes, and he's done. So, all right, Tessa, hello. How's it going with you and Pumpkin? I love seeing all your agility work. I've been puppy sitting a friend's 6-month-old a couple days a week, and Pumpkin has started acting snotty and growly. What do I do? So you may need to respect her boundaries, especially since it's not your dog. I mean, is the dog being rude and pawing on her and biting at her and being rude? I mean, you may just have to have separate air. Hannah's that way, my Hannah. Like, she wants no goofiness from puppies. She'll snarl and be naughty and nasty. Like, she's like over it. So I just respect her boundaries and put her in my room when puppies are in the house, or she can be outside in her run. So I just kind of rotate. Different, maybe one's inside, one's outside. Pumpkin's in her kennel, the other one's playing, then the other one goes in kennel, and I would kind of rotate like daycare a little bit. Okay, who do you have?
I have Pippi.
Here's little Pippi. She's the smaller one. Back up a little bit.
I can't wait. Which
there
way?
Go,
okay,
yeah.
right there.
Now you can sit back. Little Pippi. She's such a doll.
She's smaller.
She's a little bit. She's catching up though. I think she was definitely one of the smaller ones, but now without having to compete so much, she is catching up. Yeah.
All right, do you want me to go get Nancy?
Yeah, I think you guys want to meet Nancy too,
Nancy's
right?
a crawler over gates.
Is she crawling over gates now?
Yeah,
oh
like that.
She's going to teach Pippi, because once they do it once. All right, Jenna's going to get Nancy. Then you could end with Jack too while we're at it, if you hurry. Show everybody Jack. Yeah, Valerie, I love them. Valerie picked them up for me, thank you. Valerie's my dog picker-upper and whatnot. Thank you. All right, any other questions I can answer while Jenna's not here? Are all your videos on your website? Yes, Brenda, if you go to 4ekennels.com and then there's a tab that says videos, we just bank them right there. We are starting to put most of them on YouTube as well, but if you just go to my page, they're all stacked, and then I have them titled of what it talks about, so you can just kind of scroll through and be like, what do you need? And you can watch them there. So the eye roll, I know most of the eye roll. Okay, here she comes. Melissa, yeah, I got to do a video for your daughter about puppy valuations. Yes, and I got to do, and we have 3 puppies now we could use. We could do Pippi, Nancy, and Jack. That is on our agenda for sure. Maybe even today we can get that done. Think we can do the puppy valuations today? Remember, we have to do the video to teach testers.
Okay.
You're breathing hard. You need to work out more, boo. All right.
They look like
almost identical. This one's Nancy. Nancy Drew. So we did, Jenna picked Pippi Longstocking and Nancy Drew. So she did off of books that she's read or reading. Yeah. Just so sweet. You want to go get Jack? I'll keep Nancy.
You're going to keep Nancy?
Yeah, let me get a clear eyes. Okay.
And I do work out. I can lift dogs.
That's true. All right.
Oh, Mom.
Jack, what?
Last time when Ella was here, I lifted Hannah because she got out.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
She's heavy too.
Oh.
Little Nancy Drew. Poor Nancy. Kind of got a serious name. Oh my gosh, her heart's 8,700, you guys. Typically, at what age do doodles? Oh, next 40 cruise. Yeah, totally. Next 40 cruise is February 2021. Rooms are booking up. It's a brand new ship for Carnival, the Mardi Gras. So it's tough to get rooms. But yes, February 2021. If you want information, I can send it to you. But it's the Mardi Gras in February, leaving out of the port of Orlando on February 13th. So we'll spend Valentine's Day on the boat together. Hi, baby. Typically, at what age do our doodles stop growing? So it depends if you have a mini. You got the hiccups, a mini Amoyan or a standard. Standard could be a year, a little longer. Amoyans usually 7 months to a year, and minis, I'd say probably still around 7 months. You got Jack. What did he do? You look irritated.
I stubbed my toe on him.
You stubbed your toe. And there is Jack, all excited about. Oh my gosh, poodles! I tell you. Jenny, you're at 9,300 hearts.
Yay. Ow.
You have to brush him today.
Mama.
So, some of our newest members, oh, careful. He's all excited. He wants to play. Poor Nancy. Oh my gosh, boys. For real. God.
I think that's how they are in real life.
Yeah, that's exactly how they are in real life. They just paw on you all the time. Good grief. Personal space.
I think I broke my
Get him.
baby too.
Bite him. Nancy. Oh. She's like, oh, maybe I want a boyfriend.
I mean, they've already played together.
Yeah. You'll have to let them play together again today, too.
Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, that a girl. You get him.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
She's like, you want to paw my face? I'll paw you back. That a girl. You keep him in line. Someone needs to. All right.
Hey!
What?
I think that... Oh, gosh.
Yeah, what was that? As he jumps out of your arms? All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm Jeanette with 4E Kennels. We're only changing breeding from bad to badass, but we are healing hearts and changing lives through the power of a dog. Thank you for being on this mission with us of training breeders. We're getting ready. Our book, and we asked when we can buy the book. We're getting there, Camille. I think first draft is the easiest. Now I'm plowing through and editing, and people are reading it and adding, and so we are just I'm up to my neck in editing and rewriting and getting ready for getting the app ready to send to an actual developer. So we are hustling on the book though, so soon. But yeah, well, I'll let you know as soon as we kind of get a price idea, and then we can do some pre-sales too, some pre-purchase. Oh, real quick. Oh, heart count 10,400. I have to remember to take a pic. Yes, take a picture of the heart. But what if this is... Okay, well, let's do it right before we go. Real quick, Lily says, I am way down on the list for 2 litters. We live quite a distance. Just wondering how this works on pickup day. Does everyone on the list? We'll know before pickup day, Lily, where you're at. Usually the week before we can start sending out the schedule, and we have a pretty good idea who's really committed, who's coming, and then you can decide on where you fall on the list. You can wait. I can call you on go home day and say, okay, puppy A, B, and C are available. Did one of those meet your needs? And then you can say, yes, puppy B, that's mine. I'm like, all right, done deal. And then you can make arrangements to come in and pick up. So generally that's what people do, especially if they're way down on the list, or some people, once they watch all the evaluations, they're like, heck, I'm good with almost all of them, and I'm gonna have 3 puppies to pick from for sure, so there's no way I wouldn't get one of the ones that meets my needs, so they plan on coming. So there's quite a few variables. So sometimes a lot of that's not really decided until it gets a little bit closer and we see how much movement is on the list. There is always movement, sometimes a lot, sometimes very little. So hopefully that helps. Okay, picture the hearts before we end it. You guys have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday. I think Jenna and I are handling the next Friday as well.
Oh boy.
Honey is working overtime for me, so I know you missed some
more
shirts.
questions.
Come up with more questions, because
we're gonna do the same
almost
thing.
positive he picked up overtime next Friday. He never picks up overtime, so we have so much to do here, but he is helping the family out.
In a
I have all
different
these
way.
big brain ideas over here at 4E Kennels. All right, here we go. 11,000. Oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm not going to get quite all of them. You guys are still just going with a ton of them. Might as well wait till 12,000. We're at 11,600.
All right, guys, just get us to 12,000.
Okay.
And stop.
Yes.
And stop.
And stop. Here we go. Come on.
All right.
Nancy's kidding. You get him, Nancy. I'm going to wait till 12,000 and then I'll take the picture. We're super close. 11,800. Here we go. Lily says, love you too. Thank you, Lily. Love all of our supporters and all of us that believe in this mission of truly doing things differently, of making that connection magical. It's so important. The power of a dog is more amazing than most of what I've experienced in my life. So sharing it with everybody is so important. Okay, here we go. Okay, no more. Well, here we go. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Love you all. See you next Friday.
Bye.